you, Italian Chambers, for having me firstly, and also compliments on the wonderful work you do in championing Italian businesses in India. Due to my friendship with Claudio and Martina, I get to hear about everything that goes on, and I marvel at the relentlessness with which they pursue this agenda. The theme today is Italian know-how for energy transition and manufacturing growth in India. Two issues that are most timely. Energy transition is really at the heart of the agenda today. Manufacturing growth. I'm going to take a half a minute to set some context on manufacturing growth in India. In my newspaper, we had an event just yesterday, the Smart Manufacturing Summit. In fact, Mr. Piyush Goyal was there as well as in conversation with him. So I think that's the easy and so on. When I was in college, when I was graduating 17 years ago, the prevailing narrative was that India is going to bypass manufacturing and is going to go straight from an predominantly agrarian or agriculture-led economy straight to services, because we are enjoying strong growth in services. And there was so much of pessimism around manufacturing. Culturally, we are not immune to manufacturing. We can't run factories that with low margins of error. There was this kind of pessimistic, defeatist attitude towards manufacturing. It's so dramatic how that story has changed. In 2015, the value of mobile phone exports from India was nil. This year, we will end with $10 billion in exports of mobile phones. In the same time period, our reliance on imports of mobile phones, 5 years ago, in 2016, 78% of domestic demand was catered to with imports. Now it's less than 5%. We've talked about Make in India. We've talked about the success of PLI schemes in many sectors. I feel the rumblings of a major manufacturing giant gently waking up, and given India's size, the world is taking notice, and I think it's a great opportunity for Italians. So in fact, yesterday at our event, I asked Mr. Goyal, what is the one challenge that is stopping us from taking the manufacturing share of GDP from about between 15 and 17% today to about 25%, which is what the government wants. He said one thing, he said quality. He said all of us in this room, if we could just relentlessly focus on quality, and I think that is where really the relevance of Italian companies, Italian obsession with quality, and the high standards set by Italian engineering comes in. I look forward to this discussion. We have an eminent panel of business folks who have operated in India for a while. I look forward to the insights that they're going to give us today in terms of doing business in India. The way we're going to do it is, we have about 45 minutes. I thought we'll do 3 rounds. In the first round, what I would like the panel to do is to, one, introduce yourself. By way of what I mean is introduce your company. Tell us a little bit about your history in India, what do you do, and one most interesting thing about your company, that we should know. That's number one. And then in the second and third rounds, respectively, we will tackle opportunities in India and how you look at the scale of opportunities here, how do you plan to tackle it, and last we will come to the challenges. We will end on a thrilling note. Right? Okay, so why don't we start from that side, and then we'll end with Luca. Tell us about what you do and one interesting thing about your company that we should know about.
Just before starting introducing my company, whenever we talk about foreign technology, FDIs, first thing what I have been hearing from last couple of years also, it's motor cars or mobile phones. But when you want to drive the motor car, on a road with a speed of 320 km/h, you need a good road. Anyway, when I had my first travel abroad, when I went outside, the airport was like really glamorous, and Indian airport was, but now the airport is ready. So we are basically doctors to the construction industry. We make good roads so that you can drive on that road at a speed of more than 300 km/h. So Mapa is basically a specialty construction chemical company and involved in a lot of infrastructure, housing, real estate products. And I have been working with this company for the last 12 years with an overall experience of around 30 years. Thank you.
I thought you would talk about your involvement with the Statue of Unity.
Okay. So there are a lot of esteemed projects, or I would say projects of strategic importance, though our tenure in India is very small as compared to the construction. Like in 12 years, we have grown enormously at a CAGR of 67%, with major projects like Zozilla, Atal Tunnel, Statue of Unity, and Statue of Unity we have started our chemicals from mixtures for concrete, sound insulations, adhesives, ceramics, and making one of the best statues across the globe. Apart from that, defense, though it has of the strategic importance, the tunnels which are on the borders, we are involved. So all the products where really specific quality, specific strengths, and specific long-term durability like metros are required, Mapa is always there. And we are now, in 12 years, we have built a brand where it is not a pull kind of thing, it's not a kind of a push, we are really creating a pull in the market. And apart from that, okay, in 3 years, 3 factories, and in the next 2 years, we are planning to have a 4th plant in Kolkata. Thank you.
I think we both are strategically seated next to each other. When he talks about roads and infrastructure, we in Maccaferri, so we are into infrastructure, into the civil engineering domain, and very specifically when you talk about infrastructure, yes, that's the growth engine for Indian economy. However, so this comes at a cost of carbon emissions. We at Maccaferri, we are actually into providing these infrastructure solutions with an eye on reducing the carbon footprint. So that's actually which we do, where we promote, we design the solutions in such a way that the carbon footprint is reduced with the highly engineered technical solutions with the help of our global R&D, which is located in Italy. So that's what we as Maccaferri we do. And what is more interesting than which we have done is several, for short, like tunnel, which you talked about. So maybe when the tunnel is done, so we keep focus on circular economy. So the waste which is generated when a tunnel is done, that's which we use to build reinforced soil walls, which actually is a replacement to the concrete walls. So that's how actually we try to reduce this carbon footprint. So maybe I think more on the next round which I can talk about.
The Mumbai-Pune highway.
Exactly, the rockfall mitigation solutions, or maybe this the tunnels which are on the Mumbai-Pune express highway. So we provide this rock slope stabilization and the rockfall mitigation solution, so that the movement on the road, the infrastructure, people when they are using infrastructure, they feel safe. So that's actually what which we do.
Amazing. Thank you. Good evening. Thank you. I'm Mahesh Velur from Magnetic FAAC India, a company of FAAC Technologies from Bologna. We are into entrance automation, entrance control, and when my co-panelists were talking about the roads and tunnels, yes, we are also into a small part of it. We do the automatic tolling. We manufacture the boom barriers which is required for the faster opening, the 0.6 seconds opening barriers for the tolling. And globally, we have around 70% of the market share in the tolling segment. And in India, we probably will have around 60+ percentage in terms of the tolling business on the boom barriers. So we manufacture anything related to entry of a campus, entry of the gate operators, the boom barriers, the glass door operators, the security bollard systems, the automatic fare collection unit which is being used for the metro stations. So we are a part in Delhi Metro, Pune Metro, and Bangalore Metro. We are also happy to be associated with respect to the Digi Yatra program in most of the airports, 4 airports of India that I started in that, 3 of the airports we have our products being supplied for that. That's about our company, and we are proud to say that we are one of the first companies who is into entrance control who started making in India 23 years back. That's about our company.
Hi, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Sandy here and I represent Enel Green Power in India. We've heard from our co-panelists about the great activities they perform in manufacturing and the infrastructure space. I don't want to steal their thunder, but they need electricity for what they do. And we are a company, we are proud to convey our commitment to sustainable and decarbonization of the energy sector, and we produce electricity using innovative and sustainable technologies, using green power, wind, solar and other clean energy solutions. We are the largest private green energy company in the world in terms of installed capacity. We also have a very advanced grid network around the world. We are the world's largest private operator of grids or distribution networks. And of course, we are also manufacturers of high-end, state-of-the-art smart metering technologies to automate and digitalize the grid. In India, last time we met, we were at 172 megawatts of operational capacity. Happy to share that today we are at 760 megawatts. Thank you. With our projects under construction, we're close to hitting the 1 gigawatt mark, and this reaffirms our commitment to India. An interesting part besides this, what I'd like to share is that we believe beyond creating power or supplying power, we believe in empowerment, and we spoke earlier about working with communities and doing CSR activities. On that front, in India, in our project in Gujarat, we work very closely with our local communities, and we've worked with the local women in the villages around the project sites to reinvent their embroidery skills and their skills of stitching to help them become more independent. And we've got some exhibits that we've created from plastic waste and using their skills of embroidery at our stall in our booth outside. So I encourage everyone to visit that. Also, if I can take 1 more minute, an interesting event, an incident on CSR or CSV as we call it, just creating shared value. In one of our largest plants in the world in Mexico, which is around 2,400 acres, and the solar panels spread all across. We've worked with the local communities and the men folk to teach them carpentry, and the wood that is used is from the crates that is used to import or to transport the solar panels into the site. So, and we've also trained the youth of the villages to run the drones to monitor the site. So it's a very beautiful site. When you can imagine the very beautiful picture where the elderly people in the village are showcasing their craftsmanship of carpentry, and the youth are actually running or operating the drones across the site and capturing those beautiful moments. So that's something we're very proud of, the work we do with the local communities.
My name is Ravi. I am the president from Marelli in India, and also I am the global president from Marelli Electronics division. So my company has spent a few minutes. Our products are defined into 2 areas. One is on vehicle personality, and second is on vehicle performance. When you say vehicle personality, whatever you do, what do? You come, you try to enter into the car, keyless start. It's done by the door you open, and then you have the window systems. The window systems, the motors and the electronic control units inside that are done by Marelli. The wipers are done by Marelli. The clusters, infotainment systems, cockpit, the seat heating systems are done by Marelli. This is, and the lighting, the front, the tail lamps are done by Marelli. So this is what is the vehicle personality.
Yeah. What does the manufacturer do? If you do all of this, then what does that?
Of course, car also they do bring out a lot of personalization, the content, the user experience, the economics of putting all those together is also the selection of the OEM. When it comes to the vehicle performance, we work on the transmission systems. And today, the interesting thing is 85% of India's automatic transmission products are done by Marelli. Yes, we excel in the AAV products. We have the gasoline direct injection fuel rail systems. We have flex fuel systems. We have exhaust and green technologies. We have suspension and ride dynamics. So this is our broad portfolio, again breaking down into vehicle performance and vehicle personality. And in India, we are about 500 million. We have 18 manufacturing plants right across India. Of course, some of our manufacturing plants are also with our joint venture partners. We have a partnership with Suzuki for the AMT production and lighting with our partner Maccaferri. So there are significant investments, reverse innovation technologies, and we are developing. One of the interesting thing on the neutrality is everybody gets into a car, there are many displays. And sometimes if you get into a BMW car, there are 8 displays. Sometimes it gets you a fatigue, it's a display fatigue. So what we are doing is covering up all of this and removing the displays with micro LED technologies. And we are covering it up with environment friendly, with pineapple, even with apple skins, a smart surface technologies which overlay the displays, and they will only get lit up when it is actually needed. So these are the unique smart surface technologies, innovated, developed, also made as a platform and exported back to the global economies, all within India. So with that, I will leave it to